What's up, peoples? Deep South here. I'm going to do a video today on this new sleep pad. And I think they replaced it with a Kelty. If y'all remember, about 3 weeks ago I did a video on my Slumberjack sleeping pad that disintegrated. So the following day, that was on a Sunday, so on Monday I called them. Slumberjack is out of business now. They've been bought out by some conglomerate that owns Kelty and some other companies. They were extremely friendly with me. They got right back with me. They told me they would replace it. They told me, unfortunately, that Slumberjack was no longer making pads, and the last pad update that they did that was similar to this one was out of stock and was not going to be replaced. So they went to their sister companies. I can't remember the first one they went to, but I do know they went to Kelty, and supposedly that's what they sent me. So I'm gonna open it up now. And when I talked to them on Monday, and then I got it the next Monday. I haven't had time to unopen it yet. There's a lot been going on. But I mean, they were extremely responsive. So from the time that I called in the problem and reported it, I got the new one the very next Monday, from Monday to Monday, so a full week, which is not bad. Now, if you remember what I said, I think I paid somewhere around $75 to $100 for that Slumberjack that I got originally in '96. And at that time, that was the top of the line Slumberjack that was offered for a full size one. And it says it is from Kelty, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Kelty pad. The first thing I got to say is that a lot smaller. They made one of the conditions of me having it replaced is I had to take the original Slumberjack, slice it in half, take them a photograph, and send it to them. But I did that, and so I don't have it to compare with now. But as far as this one compared to the other one packed up, the other one was about the same diameter, about it's twice as wide. And this is called the Kelty Recluse 3.0i. Inflatable sleeping pad. And once again, I don't have anybody behind the camera, so I really don't know what's in frame and what's not, because I don't like the picture when I'm looking through the camera on the other side. I don't like that square. This is the specifications. This one's insulated. It's in about 20 languages. Synthetic insulation, water for enhanced comfort. It's got a integrated pump. I don't have my glasses. It's got 8 vertical channels. This size is extra large. It has an R value of 2.9. The length is 78 inches or 198 centimeters. The width is 25 inches or 64 centimeters. The height is 3 inches or 7.7 centimeters. And the packing dimensions are 12.5 times 7 or 32 times 18 centimeters, which I always have a hard time packing these things back up. And the weight's 2 pounds, 10.5 ounces, or 1.2 kilograms. Man, it's hot today. I'm in the shade, but if you're not in the shade, and I'm in a good breeze, and I hope that doesn't mess the camera up, but it's right at 90 degrees. Very hot. Well, this one's got a limited warranty. The life of the product. So this is another lifetime warranty. So I replaced the first one with their lifetime warranty, and this one's got a lifetime warranty. That's pretty impressive that the first company stood behind their product and gave them a lifetime warranty, and then Kelty's doing the same thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change the camera angle so that y'all can see it better, I think, hopefully. And I may have to switch to handheld. Well, this is a big bag. It is a lot bigger than the one it replaced. I mean, this is a full-size bed. Full-size bag. Huge. But I use this pad mostly for car camping anyway. And that's a full-size picnic table right there. It's hanging over the picnic table 6 inches. I'm gonna go handheld for a second. So this one actually has a pump, a hand pump. So if I'm not mistaken, it is self-inflating. Okay, so what I'm going to do, like any real man would do, read the instructions. From just feeling it, this is nothing like the one that I replaced. The other one had just a huge piece of foam in there. This one just has like a very, very light, almost like a thin wool blanket in there. Very, very thin. Like a throw. I'm going to read the instructions and figure this out. Well, one thing I did wrong was on those other self-inflating ones, I had, you always undo this. On this one, I had to close it back. And that is some heavy-duty stuff here. I can see where they've corrected old failures from other systems and made it better. Let me make sure that this is in frame one more time. So you open this valve. And this in here, this is just foam. That's all it is foam. Well, that smells slow. Well, that's 2 chambers. 6 to go. I know you don't want to watch this, so. Well, here it is completely blown up. And it took me 3.5 minutes to do it with that hand pump. And I guess that beats blowing it up by breathing in it, but now it's just shy of the width of the picnic table on both sides. Sorry about the camera work. So it's the length of the picnic table and almost as wide. So this is the integrated hand pump after it's been inflated, and all this is your intake valve, and it's like got a piece of foam rubber from this line to that line, and you just squeeze that foam rubber. Well, at least that's what it feels like in there, and that pumps it up. And starting it off with steady motions, that took me 3.5 minutes to pump up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chambers. The disadvantages to that compared to the other one, of course, was before all I had to do was roll it out and undo the valve that was down here. It was self-inflating and then just lay down. But you know, this one's going to be much more comfortable, I would think. Now, one of the things that impresses me is this valve. If you remember from the other video, if I can get it to focus, this valve was more or less just stuck in between these 2 plies and glued. But now they've looked like they've got some molded adhesive glue, some kind of a polymer that's filled this void up and made it much more structurally sound. So and now it's bonded around the valve instead of the valve being bonded directly to the plies itself. So I do like that. Other than that, I really don't know a lot else to say. It came with a patch kit. I do know on their site this is like $139. So, and he also told me, the man I spoke to, as far as for this style pad, that this was Kelty's top of the line. Now, this is not something I'd be taking backpacking. This is something I would do from a base camp if I was either camping in the back of my truck or out of the back of my truck. Well, that's upside down. But so to deflate it, you're supposed to undo this valve, loosen this valve, fold it in thirds. We'll fold it in half, then fold it in thirds, and then roll it back up. And I'm not going to bore you all with that. You know, the proof's going to be in the pudding this fall when I go back out. I don't know how it's going to do in a hammock. It may be too big, because I plan on hammock camping this fall for the first time. But, you know, I'll let y'all know as far as how comfortable it is and what my thoughts are of it. Because I think this one's still in production, is going to stay that way for a while. Well, tell me what y'all think. So, I know it's probably not the best produced video in the world. Doing the best I can with what I got. The invoice that it came with didn't say anything about price. And it did say that it came from Kelty. But I just know that they're a subsidiary of another company now. Alright, I'm out of here. Have a nice weekend. Or a nice week whenever you view this video. Stay strange. Stay safe. You know, I might as well just go ahead and do a full review of this thing, because I don't know about y'all, but one of the things I hate about pads is taking them down, putting them up, and putting them back in the bag. So we'll see how difficult that is. All I've done at this point is open up the valves to de-inflate it. That wasn't bad at all. Because I don't know about y'all, but one of the things I really cannot stand is putting things back in their stuff sacks. It always seems like they never want to fit right. And then you got to unfold them, put them back in. Unfold them and try to get them back in. Unfold them and try to get them back in. But that was it. I mean, it was less than 3 minutes to... It took it less time to deflate and put it back in the bag than it took to take it out of the bag and inflate it. And one of the things I did was I told Kelty that I'd do a video of this. It's going to probably be kind of poor, but I got to give them a positive review on this at this point. I haven't slept on it. But as far as their customer service, Slumberjack and Kelty, the same company, more or less now, under the same company, 5 stars out of 5. I don't think they could have done me any better or treated me any more courteously. So at this point, I recommend. Stay strange, stay safe.